The Iowa caucuses are February 3rd, and there are a few really important numbers to remember about this. First, it's first. Democratic voters, after months and months of following and listening to these candidates and being polled on them, are actually going to get to show up and vote in the Iowa caucuses. It's the first time we'll see the organization of these candidates and how good these candidates are at transforming their support into actual votes. The second important number is 3. We might actually get 3 different winners of the Iowa caucuses this year for the first time. Why? Because there's 3 sets of numbers that will be reported out of Iowa. The first number is called the first alignment. This is the closest thing we'll get to sort of a raw vote total for each candidate. The voting happens in 1,681 different precinct caucuses all around the state of Iowa. And when they get there, each voter, each caucus goer, will say which candidate they support. The first alignment will be a report of that. So there will be lots of candidates with 1% or 2% of the vote, but we're going to get a second number soon after that because Iowa has a special rule, and this is the third big number you guys have to know, which is 15%. A candidate is not viable in a given precinct unless he or she has 15% of the voters in that precinct. So this is where the supporters of the lesser candidates have to then align with a candidate who's above that threshold or just take their jacket and go home. The third set of numbers is much more complicated. It's called the state delegate equivalent. Why does this number matter at all? It's just some calculation by the state party, right? No, because when the Associated Press declares the winner of Iowa on Monday night, it will be based on that calculation of the state delegate equivalent. So how could these 3 different numbers shake out in different ways? Pete Buttigieg, for instance, might be very strong in the western part of the state, where the population is smaller, there aren't that many Democratic voters. So with a small vote total, 4 or 5 people in a small rural county, he could get a significant number of delegates. Elizabeth Warren could do much better in the first alignment than the later, because if she's getting 12, 10% in some precincts, well, she might report 0 in the second alignment and 0 in the state delegate equivalents, but still be picking up a significant number. So when we all go to bed on Monday night, there will be a lot of numbers to crunch, and one of the biggest problems is that there might be more than one winner of the Iowa caucuses.